This thing just go live when it want to. I was trying to schedule this live for 5 minutes away. This thing just went live anyway. It's all good. I'm ready anyway. What y'all on, gang? What is y'all on? What y'all on? What y'all on? Gang, gang, gang. Nigga lips a little chapped. Little late night live session. Little late night live session, you understand me? Finna talk about this bum. Everybody know it. You feel me? Little late night live session. What y'all on, gang? I just got off the little work session, a shift or whatnot. Finna get it in. But Snax on Sports, I'm back with another one, you dig? I know it's a little late, you know what I mean? Or a little early for some of y'all on the East Coast. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wanted to talk about this, man, because I've been wanting to do this live for a couple of days. And just talk about because I seen a few clips. I seen a few clips this week, you know what I mean, of a few things that inspired me to talk about this. You know what I'm saying? And because this is something I had already been thinking about, how LeBron James's plan, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, longevity his way to being the GOAT, how it has actually worked against him in a lot of ways, or in some ways, or whatever. So I'm gonna play a few clips from some shit I seen a couple days ago, and then I'm gonna give my little take on it. I probably won't be on hella long tonight. You feel me? Rich vibe only. What it do? What it do? You understand me? But yeah, you know. So this is the whole thing about it, man. Alejandro said today the Padres gonna win. Fuck LA, man. I really ain't, you know, baseball is kind of on the back burner for me right now, especially my Giants ain't doing too well right now. But you know, it's like this, man. You know what I'm saying? We all know what's going on. We all know what's been going on with LeBron James for these past few years. This boy won't retire. Okay. Because, you know, partly because, like I said, he's trying to longevity his way to GOAT status. Now, it ain't gonna work. It hasn't worked. You know what I mean? If it was gonna work, then it would have already, you know, the overall not stance, but the overall feeling about him across the basketball world would be that, you know what I'm saying, he's the GOAT. It would have already happened. You know what I mean? The only people that feel that LeBron James is the GOAT is bronzexuals. We all know this. You feel me? So, you know, his whole thing is like this, right? Well, since I know I'm not going to catch Jordan or Kobe or Magic or Kareem in rings, why don't I play 1,000 years, rack up all of these meaningless stats towards the end of my career, and then somehow maybe down the line, they'll say I'm the GOAT. It's not work. It's not working. It won't work. And that's the whole thing. I done spoke on this many a time. That's the whole thing about LeBron James getting his son on the on the Los Angeles Lakers. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing is about Bronny's unprepared, not NBA ready ass is on the Lakers because of the fact that LeBron James looks at this as a way to put another feather in his cap as far as the GOAT debate. Oh, they're going to say, yeah, man, I'm the first player in NBA history to play with my son, to play with his son on the same team and all this. So, yeah, they're going to say I'm the GOAT. Jordan never did that. Kobe never did that. Magic never did that. Yeah, they're going to say I'm the GOAT. So he got to do everything else around, everything else but actually doing things that is going to actually make him the GOAT. That's what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And we see the play. You feel me? Mr. Funkadelic said, is that a Nissan Altima? No, it's not. You feel me? No, it's not. So I'm gonna run through a couple little clips or whatnot. Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta go back in my YouTube history. And let's see here, because this man know he can't catch Jordan or Kobe in rings, so he's trying to do other things to get people to say he's the GOAT. But we see through it. All real authentic basketball fans see through this, man. You understand me? So yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna play this first one from this first one I'm gonna play is going to be from Jason Whitlock's show. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people don't like Jason Whitlock or whatnot, you understand me? But oh yeah, John Stockton came out and said some stuff. Mr. Funkadelic said that car is rented. So what? So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck do that matter? But y'all motherfuckers be dissected and just, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas pay attention to everything. That car is rented. That motherfucker. So fucking what? Nigga, I don't give a hell yeah, I rent cars. That's what the fuck I do, big dog. You understand me? But John Stockton came out and said some stuff about, that's what kicked this off. You feel me? John Stockton came out and said some stuff. What's going on, Blood Gang? You feel me? So yeah, but John Stockton came out and said something recently about LeBron James. And this is the thing about it, right? As we're getting closer and closer to the end of LeBron James's career, for whatever reason, I heard Too Raw for TV say this in one of his lives recently, or not lives, one of his episodes or whatever recently. as we getting closer and closer to LeBron, to the end of LeBron James' career, we starting to see a lot more criticism of him, not necessarily his game, you know what I'm saying, but just the way he's going about playing the game, or the way he's going about, you know, winning championships and trying to manufacture his way to the GOAT debate, or being the GOAT, and the fact that he hasn't just naturally allowed for people to come out and say he's the GOAT. Like, this is the thing about it. Like, if you the GOAT, you know what I'm saying, the basketball world is going to tell you. Yeah, you may have, you know, one or two people that, you know, or you may have a section of fans or whoever, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, says that, you know, you ain't the GOAT because it is or because of that. But if you are truly the GOAT, the overall landscape of the basketball world, they're going to say it. You're not going to have to say it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And to have to go around on podcasts and you know, have to, you know, implant narratives and do all of these things and try to rewrite history, you know what I'm saying, to get people to say you the GOAT. You know what I mean? That tells all of us real basketball minds and basketball fans that, you know, you're not the GOAT, bro. You know you're not the GOAT. You just so thirsty for people to call you the GOAT, you know what I'm saying, that now you're trying to rewrite history and shit on former players, older players that have laid down the groundwork for you to be able to do what you do now, make the type of money that you, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. You know what I mean? The comment hype B says Kobe to go. I got Kobe number 2 on my list. You feel me? But Kobe was my favorite player, so I ain't mad at that. Duna Alaska said it'll be fun. You know, LeBron's name will be up way more than anyone else in the history of basketball. You feel me? I mean, his name is going to be up there. He is an all-time great. I never said he wasn't an all-time great, but Jordan got all of the things that really matter and count. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, highest points per game average in playoff history. You know what I'm saying? Higher than any other player, even Will Chamberlain. Most finals MVPs. Don't got the most rings. We all know Bill Russell got the most rings, but we understand that, you know, in Bill Russell's time, you know, it was, I don't want to say easier, but it was only 10 teams in the league. You know what I'm saying? So in Jordan's era, with 28 to 30 teams in the league, it's much harder to navigate 30 teams than 10 teams. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get too much in all that. I don't want to disrespect the great Bill Russell. But, you know, and then on top of that, Bill Russell, although he's an all-time great as well, he was more of a specialist. Okay? His specialty was defense. Jordan had everything. So that's the reason why, and plus he has 2 3-peats. That's the reason why Jordan is considered a GOAT, even though Bill Russell has more rings, is because Jordan was good on offense and defense, not just on one side of the ball, not just on offense and defense. Michael Jordan had no weaknesses on the basketball court. Absolutely none. No weaknesses. Okay? You know, the highest scoring average in finals history, when he averaged in 93 against the Phoenix Suns. I believe he averaged 41 or 43 points in that series. Nobody's ever averaged 40 points in the finals except for Michael Jordan. So Jordan has all of the stats and everything that actually matters. You know what I'm saying? 6 MVPs, all that. So, but let me play this. That was pre-3 culture too. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, people don't understand, bro. If Jordan would have played 20 years, he would have been had that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scoring record. He would have been past that shit. Jordan said out of his own mouth many a times that he didn't play for that, for stats and all that. He played to win. You see what I'm saying? So he could average 40 and he still loses to KD Warriors. I disagree. I'm a Warriors fan. Everybody know I'm from the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors is my favorite team, but I disagree. I don't think that any Jordan team loses to even the KD and Steph Warriors. Like, when Jordan got to the finals, I never seen him lose. You know what I'm saying? I seen that the Warriors are my team. I got on the Warriors hat right now. I seen that Golden State Warriors team lose. Now, Kevin Durant was hurt for the majority of that finals, but even before that, bro, like, KD's second year with the Warriors, they almost got bounced out by Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. If Chris Paul and I'm saying this as a Warriors fan, okay, I didn't miss no games from the area. If Chris Paul does not get hurt in Game 5, in that Game 5 of that was 2018, so that would have been, I believe it was the Western Conference Finals. If Chris Paul don't get hurt in that Game 5, if he don't sprain his hamstring or pull his hamstring and is out for the remainder of that series, I believe that the Houston Rockets go ahead on to win that series. That's just me. The way the series was going, it was, and that was with KD. You know what I'm saying? So I have seen that Warriors team be up against it. You know what I'm saying? So I never seen Jordan lose. I never even seen him go to Game 7 in the NBA Finals. So, yeah. Jordan was like that. You know what I mean? For all the young cats that didn't get a chance to see him, Jordan was like that. So, I mean, he was a whole different animal, bro. Like straight up. All right, let me play this real quick. My fault. I'm hold on. It's a little clip I'm finna play from Jason Whitlock's show, where they was saying some stuff that I agree with, and they talking about they're playing a clip from John Stockton talking about LeBron James and how he basically cheated his way to.
John Stockton
to winning championships and colluded.
James didn't climb the mountain; he took a helicopter to the top. Let's play the clip.
I mean, I like kind of.
Now, this is John Stockton, okay? One of the greatest point guards of all time. He's, in my opinion, he's underrated all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, John Stockton is top 5 all time, okay? And people don't understand that the only reason why John Stockton and Karl Malone and those 97, 98 Utah Jazz teams don't have at least one championship is because of Michael Jordan. It's the only reason why. It's because they ran into Michael Jordan back-to-back years in the NBA Finals. Like, those Utah Jazz teams, if they would have won at least one of those championships, they would, those Utah Jazz teams would be considered one of the greatest teams of all time. Like, they was like that. You know what I'm saying? Karl Malone was the MVP one of those years. John Stockton and Karl Malone was a duo that like that was an unstoppable duo with that pick and roll. Okay. So John Stockton is the all-time leader in assists and the all-time leader in steals. Okay. And it ain't even close in assists. He was like that. Straight up. Jorge says, I bet Scottie Pippen would cook LaFlop. On my mama. Man, listen. I don't know if he would cook, not necessarily offensively. He probably would, but definitely defensively, man, Scottie Pippen defensively would have did a number on LeBron James. I don't want to say he would have just fully stopped him, but I mean, LeBron James, we've seen LeBron James in this era be stopped by much lesser defenders than Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is an all-time great defender. LeBron James, for crying out loud, let JJ Barea guard him. Somebody that's damn near 2 feet shorter than him. You know what I'm saying? And he let JJ Barea guard him and put hands on him. You know what I'm saying? So what you think somebody like Scottie Pippen would have did? My email says LeBalco been around 60 years with 2 rings. Come on now, everybody know this, man. Email, come on, dog. He got that mid-season tourney MVP. Man, and they celebrated that mid-season. They put up a damn. Listen, the Lakers just. I mean, this is the Los Angeles Lakers are a storied franchise. Okay, one of the most storied franchises, not in just NBA history, in sports history, and they done let LeBron James turn their franchise into an absolute laughingstock. Okay, hiring his friend as coach, bullying him, letting LeBron James bully them into drafting his bum ass son. Like it's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant turning over in his damn grave, watching these fools raise a mid-season tournament. What is that called? What is that mid-season tournament called? I damn near forgot what it's called. The in-season tournament. Yeah, raising an in-season tournament banner. Like, come on, bro. Like the Lakers are known for winning championships, bro. Dr. Bus would have never, CSS said, on my mama. Okay, but let me play this.
Brag on Michael Jordan here a little bit, and I think we were a similar ilk with the Jazz. Is I like where guys just tighten their belt up and say, you know what, let's go to work. We just got to get better. Yeah. We got to play harder. We got to play smarter. Instead of just, where's the grass greener? I'm going to go there and win a championship. I think it devalues that. You're not climbing the mountain. You're taking a helicopter to the top.
Totally agree.
So,
totally agree. He's saying, man, he come from an era where I come from an era where if you lose, what you do is tighten up your bootstraps. You figure out a way to get better and come back stronger the next year and try to get the job done. Okay? You don't just bolt out and try to figure out, like he said, where's the grass greener at? Let me collude and go team up with 2 or 3 other top 5 to 10 to 15 players in the league at that time, and let us stack the deck and make it so uneven that no other team has no chance of even winning the championship. And y'all motherfuckers still didn't win all the championships. Still end up losing. Not 5, not 6, not 7. Like, it's ridiculous. And that's the reason why it happened like that, because LeBron James tried to take the easy way out. Yeah, like John Stockton said, you didn't climb the mountain, bro. You took a helicopter to the top of the mountain. You feel me? And so the thing is a championship, but your championships, LeBron James's championships, are not as respected as somebody that was drafted to a team that was trash and helped build that team all the way up from the doldrums. You know what I'm saying? Climb the mountain like Steph Curry did, like Giannis did, like Jokic did, Magic Johnson did, Michael Jordan did, even Kobe Bryant. Now I know when Kobe Bryant got there, when he got drafted, well, he got drafted to the Charlotte Hornets and then got traded during the draft. But once Kobe got there, Shaq was there. Okay, they came in the same year, and we know that the Los Angeles Lakers Showtime era, they had a history of already winning championships. But at the time in '96, when Kobe Bryant came to the team, they were not a good team. So that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And Kobe, even after they three-peated with Shaq, went to the top, and Shaq left or got traded or whatever, went back down, and then Kobe brought him back up. You feel me? Something LeBron James never did. Definitely something Kevin Durant didn't do. Like Kevin Durant, I respect Kevin Durant's rings even way lesser than I respect LeBron James' rings. Kevin Durant damn near ain't even got rings to me. Like that's an absolute joke what Kevin Durant did. Like he should be ashamed of himself. You know what I'm saying?
That to me, when Hall of Famers that are generally speaking pretty quiet, want to be ignored, just sitting out in Utah, when they're taking shots at you at the end of your...
And if you hear what Jason Whitlock just said, John Stockton, John Stockton has no reason to go at LeBron James. John Stockton he's not a TV personality. He ain't on ESPN. He don't got no podcast or nothing like that. So he has nothing to gain from saying what he said about LeBron James. He's just speaking truthfully, honestly, you know what I'm saying, on how he feels, you know what I'm saying, from the era that he came from. And it's like, bro, if I go throughout my career and I don't win no championships because I just didn't get it done, it's all good. Not that it's all good like you okay with not winning a championship, but it's like it didn't pan out that way for you. But it doesn't take away from your greatness as a player. Not winning a championship doesn't take away from you if you're a great player. But if you do win a championship, it just adds on to your greatness. It don't take away. Charles Barkley is still all-time great. Patrick Ewing still all-time great. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Reggie Miller, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, they still all-time great players. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that had they won a championship, it would add on more to their legacy. You see what I'm saying? CCS say, I pay to see Prime, Sean Kemp, Ragdoll. I played the fight. Man, listen, man. Everybody know LeBronda is a straight up bum. You feel me? What did it say? Neuropon James. My bad. But yeah, so John Stockton has absolutely nothing to gain from saying this. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I like to hear people like John Stockton, vets that don't never come out and say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when they do actually say something, it holds a lot of weight because we know he ain't saying it as no hater or nothing like that. He just honestly just talking about how he feel. You feel me? About the situation, how this man then went about his business of trying to essentially cheat his way to being the GOAT.
Your career.
Your final chief, what up?
Like he just took it LeBron James. This is an indication of LeBron's legacy, I think, is going to diminish in retirement, not elevate.
I agree.
Michael Jordan's reputation and legend has elevated in retirement. It was already high when he was done. People considered him the GOAT, but that case has only gotten...
I listen, I agree. And that's the reason why I titled this live what I titled it. This LeBron James's longevity play of trying to play all these years, 25, 30 years, and rack up all these damn stats to try to make himself the GOAT, it's backfiring. It has backfired. And I agree with Jason Whitlock that in retirement is going to, what'd he say?
Stronger in the GOAT, but that case has only gotten stronger. Steve,
what'd he say?
I in the GOAT, but that case, it was already high when he was done. Elevated in retirement, reputation and legend has elevate, and Michael Jordan's diminish in retirement.
Yeah, I agree. His legacy is, I totally agree. It's going to diminish in retirement because it's working against him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not letting it naturally happen. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to manufacture it. You know what I'm saying? You can't manufacture it. I love the fact that, hey, listen, Michael Jordan sit back, he don't say nothing. He don't say nothing. He ain't got to say nothing. You feel me? He don't say a damn thing. Jermaine Robinson said he's a hater. You don't need anything to gain to be a hater. I mean, listen, so we've identified the first bronsexual in the chat. It's all good. Bronsexuals are welcome. You know what I'm saying? But we've definitely, you have definitely identified yourself as a bronsexual. And Jermaine Robinson says you agree with Jason Whitlock. Yes, I do. What's wrong with that? I may not agree with everything that, I don't agree with everything that no man say, but just because I know that a lot of people don't agree with Jason Whitlock, they call him a coon and all that stuff. I don't give a damn about none of that. If somebody says something that I agree with and it is going to validate my point, I'm going to let it be known. I'm going to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about all that shit. You agree with Jason Whitlock? See, y'all got to get out of that mind frame of because everybody else feel a certain way about somebody, and I'm going to jump on the bandwagon and feel that way too. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, then when you make yourself look stupid, when he says something that you do agree with and that is true, but then you try to act like it's not true. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of stuff that I disagree with Jason Whitlock about. I disagree on his take about Deion Sanders. A lot of stuff you say about Deion Sanders. But if he says something I agree with, I'm gonna let it be known I agree with it, especially if it's help improve my point. You feel me? Anton Campbell say you MJ fans can't explain why he's the best without talking shit about LeBron James. Dude, I can totally. This live right here is not about Michael Jordan, bro. I can totally say why Michael Jordan is the GOAT without talking shit about LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got 2 3-peats. Okay, it's only 3 3-peats in the modern era. He got 2 of them. The other one is by Kobe and Shaq Lakers. Okay, how many 3-peats LeBron got? None. LeBron James ain't never been on a dynasty team. Okay. Michael Jordan got 6 rings. Okay, Michael Jordan has the highest scoring average in playoff history, 33 points a game. He has the highest scoring average in a single finals, over 40 points a game. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, whatever way you look at it and you slice it, okay, Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. The only place where LeBron James only has longevity stats over Michael Jordan. That's it. Because he's playing, like, bro, you damn near played fucking 10 more whole seasons than Michael Jordan, and you still got 2 less rings, nigga. Like, if LeBron James is as good as everybody claims that he is, he should at least have 7, 8 rings. At least. You've been to 10 finals. You've been to 10 finals. Okay? And LeBron James, there has been no other superstar NBA player that has played with more all-star / Hall of Fame players than LeBron James. No other superstar player has played with more all-star talent, overall talent, and Hall of Fame talent than LeBron James. Nobody. So my point is, give Steph Curry, give Michael Jordan, give Kobe Bryant the same amount of talent that LeBron James has played with throughout the entirety of their career. They would have more rings than what they got. Steph Curry got the same amount of rings as LeBron James in the LeBron James era. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. What is we talking about? So I can totally talk about Michael Jordan being the GOAT without mentioning LeBron James. Like straight up.
Not elevate. And Michael Jordan's reputation and legend has elevated in retirement. It was already high when he was done. People considered him the GOAT, but that case is only...
Better Life says chips don't define someone's career. That's to you. That's to you. I don't understand this new era of sports, fandom, where all of a sudden now winning and championships don't matter. I never heard this until LeBron James. Before LeBron James, all across all sports, winning and championships mattered the most. But all of a sudden, because y'all bum-ass king has underachieved in winning championships, now all of a sudden winning don't matter. Championships don't matter. Championships don't define the career. The fuck it don't? What do you mean? We would not look at this man how we look at him if he didn't perform in the biggest moments and win championships. That's the reason why we look at him how we look at him. Okay? He's unblemished. 6-0 in the finals. You can't argue the results.
Only gotten stronger. Steve, I don't think retirement is going to treat LeBron James very well as it relates to his legacy and reputation.
Exactly, blue tie guy. MJ only had Kerr, Pippen, and Rodman, and a whole bunch of other role players. Like Jordan played with, you see this guy right here? This is Stacy King. That's the type of teammates that that Michael Jordan played with, bro. And he got 2 3-peats, dog. Like it's absolutely ridiculous, bro. The domination that how Michael Jordan dominated his era. LeBron James dominated a weak Eastern Conference. Michael Jordan dominated the entire league. That's the difference.
In NBA, this GOAT debate, I think 10 years from now, people are going to be saying, LeBron was probably 5th or 6th.
Oh, my mama.
Drop out.
That's where I got him. I got LeBron James like 6 or 7 on my all-time list.
John Stockton does not work for Clutch Sports. He will never work for Clutch Sports. He may never get a media job that is funded by Clutch Sports. This is the ironic thing. LeBron's plan to longevity his way or his status to being the greatest of all time by playing many more years and amassing numbers and then hopefully picking up titles has actually backfired the last 3-4 years.
Yes, it has.
And look,
yes, it has.
Look at every other sport, just because you have the most amount of yards, touchdowns, home runs, goals, doesn't necessarily make you the greatest.
Like, dude, Karl Malone, for the longest, Karl Malone was the second leading all-time scorer behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Is he better than Michael Jordan because he has more total career points than Michael Jordan? Everybody knows he's not. Okay? So just like bro right here just said, Emmitt Smith is the all-time leading rushing leader for yards rushed. He's not considered the best running back of all time. He's considered one of the best running backs of all time. But most people will put Jim Brown or Barry Sanders, Walter Payton above Emmitt Smith. So just because you got the most yards or the most points, that don't make you, that just mean you played the longest. Okay? Now, there's something to be said for that. I always say LeBron James is like the Terminator. He just don't get hurt. And so he's done a good job taking care of his body. He was born to play basketball. Now, there is some, there's starting to be a little bit of talk, you know what I mean, and rumors about if he on the up and up. You know what I mean? If he on the up and up, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? But we don't have 100% proof of that. So I don't want to necessarily go there. But, I mean, we all know it's starting to be some talk about how long, with how long, this boy finna be 41 years old. You ain't had no major injuries in your career? How the hell your ass doing that, boy? How is you doing that? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm just saying. EDM, I seen that. Sizzle said, stop saying that, Snax. It's the steroids. Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I always like to be, you know what I'm saying? I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? All I'm gonna say is this, boy. If it ever come out that LeBron James then took steroids, your ass is done. LeBron James, your ass is done. All them records is wiped out. We better not ever find out your ass was on that HGH, boy. Oh, it is over for your monkey ass. Straight the fuck up.
And to be fair, winning the most amount of championships does not necessarily make you the greatest, because in that case, it's Bill Russell and it's the end of argument. There is no other argument then, right? And LeBron James and his team's agenda.
It's the totality. It's the championships along with how you dominated your era, along with, individual statistics, awards, and accolades. Michael Jordan had everything. You got a lot of players that had a lot of things or one or two things. Michael Jordan had everything. Okay. And he retired like 2 or 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So who's to say if he wouldn't have retired 2 or 3 times that he wouldn't have, 8, 9, 10 championships?
To go out there and overshadow Jordan by sheer volume has absolutely backfired.
Straight up.
Backfired. He's actually going to leave the NBA. Let's say he decides this is his last year.
Anton Campbell says, so you're basically saying MJ played no real competition. How am I saying that? How am I saying? Tell me what I said that would say that MJ didn't play any real competition. That's a cop-out excuse, bro. Like, bro, that is the most lamest argument for that LeBron James fans try to say for in favor of LeBron James. Like that's just a cop-out. Like, this is the NBA. This is professional sports. Everybody in the league is dope. Okay? Just because Michael Jordan he was so good and so much better than everybody else that when he climbed the mountaintop, he didn't allow for anybody else to win the championship. Then you guys want to make it seem like he wasn't playing against nobody and all that shit. That's fucking bullshit. His first championship, he beat Magic Johnson. He's an all-time great. His second championship, he beat Clyde Drexler. He's top 50 all time. He was an all-time great. When I say top 50 all time, the reason why I say top 50 is because when they had the top 75 a few years ago, when they first did the 50 greatest players of all time back in the 90s or whatever, Clyde Drexler is a part of that. Okay? So Clyde Drexler is an all-time great player. There was a moment in time back in 92 when they were trying to figure, when they were saying, who's better? Who's the better shooting guard? Is it Clyde Drexler? Is it Michael Jordan? And Michael Jordan was like, oh, really? That's what y'all want to do? Okay. Bop this nigga on the head in the 1992 NBA Finals. The Portland Trailblazers were in the finals like 2 or 3 times in that era, bro. Clyde Drexler's an all-time great. His third championship in a row in 93, he beat Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley won the MVP that year. Charles Barkley was a top 2 or 3 player in the league for like 3 or 4 seasons in a row. Okay? I know we see Charles Barkley on TNT, on NBA on TV now, goofing around and laughing and all that other shit. If you know, you know. Charles Barkley's one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Okay? Then in his 4th championship, in Jordan's 4th championship, he beat Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Okay? Gary Payton is one of the greatest point guards of all time. Okay? And for that era, Sean Kemp was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Aerial assault like a mofo. Okay? And then in championships 5 and 6, he beat the great John Stockton and Karl Malone. Okay? Like I just got through saying, John Stockton is the all-time greatest. He's the all-time leader in assists and in steals. And back in that era, back at that time, they was go look at John Stockton and Karl Malone games played throughout their career. John Stockton played like 20 seasons, bro. He missed like 2 games his whole career. 82, 82, 82, 82, 82, 81, 82, 82, 82, 82. Like these dudes was, you know what I'm saying? Like, so just because Michael Jordan prevented Patrick Ewing and John Stockton and Karl Malone and all these players from winning championships, that don't make them lesser. That just makes Michael Jordan more. Okay? And then they want to say, well, LeBron James played against the greatest team of all time. No, he didn't. The greatest team of all time was the 96 Bulls that won 72 games, and when nobody had ever won 70 games in a season before, and they capped it off with a championship. I love my Warriors. I love them. We won 73 games. We got that record, and I'm happy that we got that record. But they didn't end it with a championship. Now they barely lost, and the NBA gave LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers help to actually come back from being down 3-1 and win that series. But the fact of the matter is, history is going to say that the Warriors lost. Okay, so that's not the greatest team. And my point in saying that is to say, because they say, well, Michael Jordan never played against the greatest team of all time, or he never played against a team like the Golden State Warriors. You know why? Because he was on it. Because he was on the team. That's why. Okay? And if you go back and look at the history across all sports, when there's a dynasty, there's usually only like one dynasty at a time. The only time maybe not the only time, but one of the only times in the history of sports that I can think about where there was kind of like 2 dynasties kind of simultaneously going at the same time was the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers. Like the 2000s Spurs and the 2000s and Lakers. They kind of simultaneously had a dynasty going on at the same time. Other than that, there's never 2 or 3 or 4 dynasties going on at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that Michael Jordan's team, that was the dynasty of that era. He was the head honcho of that. So that's the reason why Michael Jordan never played against a dynasty team, because he was on it. You know what I'm saying?
And he's gonna do a tour or whatever.
But that whole argument of Michael Jordan didn't play against nobody and bullshit. If you say that tells me one or two things. You either hella young and you just naive and you just ignorant. So, and when I say ignorant, I don't mean it as an insult. I mean literally. The definition of the word is ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That just means you're ignorant to the fact, because you not old enough to really know what was going on at that time. So you either ignorant to the situation, or you just don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just dumb to the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You don't know basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan in the 90s was winning all those championships, the East was a beast. The East was actually hard and shit. You feel me? It wasn't powder puff how it was for LeBron James when he was in the East and was on the Heat, and they still didn't win all the fucking championships.
I don't know if it's going to be the kind of great
with a stacked team
that he anticipated. I think people have held their breath as it relates to who LeBron really is.
Exactly. Jorge Neat. Ignorant equals lack of information. That's my point. So whenever I hear somebody say Jordan didn't play, the competition wasn't this or wasn't that or whatever, you're either ignorant, meaning you have a lack of information from you being so young or whatever, or you just don't know basketball. There's the only two reasons.
They haven't really said it, and they all know it. And
Sizzle, thank you. Sizzle, thank you. LeBron fans, please explain to me 2011. Please explain that. Jordan or Kobe don't got no type of performance like that on their resume. This boy had 8 points in a finals game and got punked by JJ Barea. Stop it. What do you think Michael Jordan would have did to JJ Barea? Come on, man. No, Anton, you're not getting it, bro. You're not getting it. You're making my point, bro. What I'm saying about MJ had the only dynasty is that my point is, bro, go back and look at the history of sports. Whenever there's a dynasty going on, most of the time, that's the only dynasty going on at that time. So, for example, when the Warriors had their dynasty going on, what other dynasty was going on in the NBA at that time? There was no other dynasty. So did the Warriors? So basically what you saying is that the Warriors didn't play nobody then. Your argument, basically what you saying is, since there were no other dynasties going on at the same time that the Warriors had their dynasty going on, that means that they didn't play nobody. And we all know that that's bullshit. You feel me? That's my point with what I'm saying. So across the history of sports, there's never a time. Go look at the Patriots. What other dynasty was going on during the Patriots' reign? There was no other dynasty. But do that mean that they wasn't fucking playing nobody because there was no other dynasty? No. Okay, there was another one too. I forgot the NBA. Both the Lakers and the Celtics of the 80s. So that's another time where there were two dynasties simultaneously going on at the same time. Bullshit. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Anton, bro, like, I just, listen, bro. The 90s had less skilled players. Like, dude, like, I disagree, bro. And you uninformed, bro. You just don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, you just don't know what you're talking about. Okay? Like, these players of today, bro, although a lot of them are skilled, bro, they're not as tough. They softer. You know what I'm saying? Like and it's a much, like, dog. Do you know, bro? Scap attack for everybody. You know, I know a lot of us know what scap attack is. If you don't, go look up Scap Attack. Go give them a subscription and all that. Scap is dope because when he does his videos, he come with the facts and the stats, bro. Like, dude, in this era, look at how many players have a game where they score 60 points, 70 points and all that. It's like it's happening 5, 6, 7 times a year now. In the 90s, bro, you would sometimes go 2 and 3 years without somebody scoring 50 or 60 points or 60 or 70 points in a game. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is everybody knows that the NBA has made the rules to where its offense is so much easier now, bro. It's way easier now. Players nowadays that's averaging 25 points a game or whatever, they wouldn't have averaged 25 in the 90s. They just wouldn't have did that. So I'm just saying, bro, no. Not, players in the 90s were extremely skilled, my nigga. Straight up. Like I said, it's all good. You a bronsexual. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? We have identified the bronsexual in the chat tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. No big deal. You are welcome here. You feel me? But I'm just saying. Ace 1900 said, you crazy. You low-key a LeBron fan. My boy Kobe played both ends on the floor. Bron don't. Straight up.
They don't like the team that LeBron.
I dare you to let me build you
Here we
a
go with
completely free e-commerce store, preloaded.
I'm talking about his off-the-court team that he put together and forced on the Miami Heat, forced on the Los Angeles Lakers. If you just look at the way the Lakers are handling the end of his tenure with the Lakers, people have been holding their noses and tolerating LeBron. And now that it's near the end, it's going to turn a bit ugly for LeBron James. This is going to be a crash landing.
And that's the other fuck shit that he doing. Okay? He knows that his tenure is coming to an end with the Los Angeles Lakers. They got new ownership now. Okay? Jeannie Buss and the Buss family is the one that made all these accommodations for him to put his son on the team and all that shit. The new ownership was like, nah, we done with that, bro. We done with all that. We moving on. This is Luka's team now. We're moving forward. And because he knows that now, he's still trying to do the same passive aggressive type bullshit that he been doing his whole career. So he's showing up to the Cavaliers practice facility, working out at the Clippers practice facility. Bro, that's just gay as fuck, bro. Like, that shit ain't working no more, bro. They don't give a damn. Show up to whoever motherfucking practice facility you want. That shit don't work no more. All that passive aggressive shit and putting up the post on your Instagram talking about, yeah, what they gonna do when I'm gone? They gonna miss me when I'm gone and all of that other shit. Bro, LeBron James is so fucking full of himself. This is the reason why people don't like this man, bro. Because for one, he won't go away. Okay, he don't want to just pass the torch to the younger players. He still want the spotlight, still want motherfuckers to look at him like he's the LeBron James of 28, 29 years old. And he's just full of himself. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this shit. crowning himself and all that shit. Bro, like, have some fucking humility, my nigga. Like, damn.
Rather than a smooth celebratory landing.
Well, I think it's already in a free fall. I think the Bronny thing started the free fall. I think people around the league are looking like, yeah, you're LeBron, but you're not 27-year-old LeBron. You're not
I just said that.
34-year-old LeBron.
I just said that.
You're an old man now who's dictating and destroying the Lakers because you want your son to play. And look what's happened. And so, they got Luka, but it's like the discussion this offseason is, hey, how do we unload LeBron? Or can we unload LeBron? Can you imagine that discussion happening for Michael Jordan? People were distraught when he left Chicago.
Exactly.
He said, hey, Phil ain't here, I'm leaving. This is...
Exactly. Brody basically saying, with new ownership in LA, they're trying to figure out how can we get rid of this guy. For Michael Jordan, towards the end of his career, they was absolutely heartbroken every time this man retired. Like, please don't go. Like, it's not the same, bro. It's just absolutely not the same. LeBron does not get the reverence and the respect that he believes that he should get. It is because of all the antics, all the tactics, everything that he's done. Like I said, to try to manufacture his career and be so calculated with every move and try to, like I said, narrative and manufacture his way to being the GOAT. That shit's not gonna work, bro. And it's not working. Like I said, like the title was, this shit's backfiring on him, bro. It's backfiring on him. You know what I'm saying? Like he would have been good to just end his career with the Cavs, you know what I'm saying? And ride off into the sunset like that. But he can't let go of the limelight and the spotlight. And now towards the end of his career, it's like people are, he don't get the respect. Like they don't talk about Michael Jordan like this at all. Okay. And I know lately, for whatever reason this year, Kobe been getting a lot of slander, but to me, that's more of, it's a talking point. That's more of people realize, oh, if you say these derogatory things about Kobe Bryant, that's going to get traffic and traction coming to my little podcast or my show and all that. So I'm going to just say some dumb shit about Kobe. But overall, the basketball world, true basketball fans and former and current players that played with and or against Kobe Bryant, they all respect Kobe. So he don't get talked about in the manner that LeBron James gets talked about in such a disrespectful way, especially towards the end of his career. Like I said, towards the end of LeBron James' career, it's all coming out. People was like, dude, we over this dude, man. We over this dude.
Crazy. And nobody's ever asked Michael Jordan to leave any room he's ever been in. LeBron, they're like, hey, Cleveland probably wasn't that sad to see him go in the end. I'm not sure Miami was that sad to see him go.
CSS.
He left, besides Cleveland the first time.
CSS, good looking on tapping in, Brody. See you on the next one.
That people weren't like, not so bad. We can move on and be okay.
Yeah. And, Miami hasn't won a title.
I wanted to just, I'm going to go to the next one, next video now that I want to play.
Cleveland hasn't won a title, but, man, they got a good young.
But, so I wanted to play that clip. All right, now, it's another clip that I wanted to play. Let's see. Oh, let me go. Okay, I gotta go back down here. I gotta go back down. Okay, hold on. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? He thought this was gonna work in his favor to try to longevity his way to being the GOAT. That shit ain't working, brother. You know what I'm saying? You don't have all of this shit. If you really the GOAT, they gonna say you the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say you the GOAT, bro. If that's what you truly is. Okay, here we go. Now, another one I wanted to play is I wanted to play this one from This is the basketball show. You know what I'm saying? Brody be having some shit. You feel me? But Stacy King, okay? Stacy King, who played with Michael Jordan and won 2 championships with him during the first three-peat. I think he was there. I know he was there for the first 2 for sure. I'm not exactly sure about that third one against the Suns, but he was definitely there for the first 2 championships in 91 and 92. And he made he had some comments about, you know, LeBron James and just the disrespect that him and Kevin Durant showed on that podcast when they was talking about, you know, just trying to rewrite history and trying to make it seem like longevity shows the true whatever in shows your true commitment versus retiring and coming back and retiring and coming back. Just some straight bullshit. Okay, so I want to play this. You feel me? Blah, 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 blah. Whoop, whoop. Let me play this real quick. All right, and this is from the basketball show. Y'all like and subscribe and all that. You feel me? Okay, Travis Anderson said he was there for all 3 championships. Okay. Come on, man. They be ill with the ads. I'm playing this off this right here, the basketball show.
And I think on other social platforms he's got accounts as well. But he was on there with I don't know who the other guy is there that kind of runs this with him.
And this dude be dropping knowledge too.
But he was asked what he thought about that meetup on the.
He's talking about Stacy King, Michael Jordan's former teammate.
LeBron James podcast.
And this is, and one more thing is that just for a little bit of info, Stacy King, although he was he was Michael Jordan's teammate. Michael Jordan and Stacy King, we all know Michael Jordan was hard on his teammates, okay? Michael Jordan and Stacy King didn't have the best, like, relationship and shit. So, you know, I'm just saying that. My point in saying that is that he's just coming out being truthful. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not somebody that's, you know how LeBron James and Clutch Sports got their little minions, motherfuckers out in the media to speak up for him and all this shit. Stacy King is not one of those for Michael Jordan. They didn't have the best relationship while they was playing. You know what I'm saying? And he's still coming out. Like, so basically, my point is, he could actually have a vendetta against Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like some funny shit, bro. Y'all know Michael Jordan, man. That Last Dance, that shit was so funny to me. How Michael Jordan was talking shit to all the motherfuckers. He called Stacy King, because he was a power forward. He called Stacy King the powerless forward. You know what I'm saying? Just straight disrespect, man. You understand me? So this is who's saying this about Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He has all the reason in the world. He has all the reason in the world to you know, go against Michael Jordan, and he's not doing it.
Of Kevin Durant, Kevin Nash, and of course LeBron James, and they will mention Michael Jordan. that he went to play baseball and all that other stuff.
Let me get to the clip.
And something like that. So listen to these comments because they're really, really interesting. And then I'll be back right after to kind of go over all the stuff that he says.
LeBron.
Yeah, Travis Anderson. I played that about 15, 20, 30 minutes ago. I played what John Stockton said.
And KD and Steve Nash did their little podcast thing, and they always drag the legacy
What
of
is it
Michael
called?
Jordan.
Is it called? Was it Cry Me a River?
Cry Me a River. I think
Cry Me a
that's
River.
The Cry Me a River podcast.
God, I tell you what, man. Listen, I was watching that.
Revisionist history, they should call it.
Yeah, you know what, Mark? Great players don't have to tell people they're great.
Yeah, that's true.
You let fans do that. You let people debate it on talk radio and
Fact.
podcasts. You know, players don't have to do that. You know, that we all know you're great. You don't have to tell us. You know, when you have to go around trumpeting that you're great and what separates you from all the other people that makes you greater than them, that's a problem. You know, that's a problem. That's why I say it's a crime.
It's a problem. It's a problem, and it shows that you're extremely insecure, and you know it shows that you really know deep down that you not the GOAT. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to do this.
It's because you're crying and moaning about what they said, and they were kind of sneak dissing MJ. If you really listen between the lines,
Yeah, they was
they
sneak
were
dissing.
talking about Kevin Durant was talking about how longevity is more important than rings and all that other stuff. Being in the league basically for 20 plus years shows the dedication and the hard work that you had to do to stay here. But he failed to mention, you know, the load management and this guy only playing in no more than 3 times in his career, you know, 82 games in a season.
Yeah, right.
LeBron's only played 1 time 82 games in a season. MJ 9 times.
Age 1900, fact.
Games plus playoffs and championships. It goes into 115 games. So to listen to these guys discredit.
LeBron had more help than Curry. He had listen, LeBron. I just said this earlier. LeBron James. There's no NBA superstar, a number 1 option on a championship team or any team. There's no number 1 option. There's no all-time great superstar player that has had more help across the landscape, across the whole time period of their career than LeBron James. And this is the reason why I said if he was as good as I'm never going to say that he's not an all-time great. He is an all-time great player. I just don't have him as highly ranked as like he's the GOAT or number 2 or number 3. I got him top 10, but I got him somewhere in between like 5 and 7. You know what I'm saying? If you're really that great, like they're trying to say, you want to say that you're better than Michael Jordan, you should have at least 7 or 8 rings, bro. You've had because if you give Michael Jordan that same level of talent to play alongside him that LeBron James has had, he would have, like, bro, he still got 6 rings, and he played with dudes like this, Stacy King, who a lot of modern NBA fans don't even know who this dude is. You see what I'm saying? So if LeBron James is really that great, and out of 10 tries, he should at least have 7, 8 rings, bro. At least. You didn't have more help than anybody.
Credit.
And you still got 2 less rings than Jordan, 1 less ring than Tim Duncan, 1 less ring than Magic Johnson, 1 less ring than Kobe Bryant. And you're tied up with Steph Curry. And everybody is winning rings in your era. When in Michael Jordan's era, once he climbed the mountain and got to the top, nobody else got nothing.
The former players and how great they were to you know, basically.
Prince Sama, on my motherfucking mama. There was no such thing as load management when I was growing up watching basketball in the 90s and 2000s. What is that? all of these players were playing 82 games on a consistent basis. Okay? It wasn't no sitting out because of rest and all this other shit. That's bullshit. So the league has been made softer for these dudes. This is the reason why I said a few lives ago that, to me, LeBron James is the first NBA superstar that the first what's the phrase? The first what am I trying to say? The first what was Anthony Edwards trying to say? Oh, the first face of the league that has, in my opinion, left the game in a worse place than what he found it. Every other player has found a way to elevate the game. And that's the reason why I consider Steph Curry, like, this is Steph Curry's era, or this is the LeBron James and Steph Curry era. Because Steph Curry is the one iconic NBA player that still carries like that professionalism of that true professionalism of being like a true face of the league, like a Kobe, like a Magic, like a Bird, like a Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steph Curry has upheld what it means to be the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James don't give a damn about nobody but himself, bruh. He don't give a damn about nobody but himself, and it's proven by the fact that he bullied the Lakers to put his son on the team. Like, that's a selfish act. You did that for you, so they can say, "Oh yeah, he's the first player to ever play with the King." Yeah, that's, like I said, that's just another feather in the cap for him to put in the GOAT debate. Because, like I said, he know he can't catch Jordan in rings, so now he got to do all this other shit. He got to play for all these years and get all these meaningless stats and do all of this other type of shit. I'm playing with my son and all that in order to try to get people to say he the GOAT. Okay, that's a selfish act, bro. Your son was not, you're taking a roster spot away from somebody that should legitimately be on the team. Okay? This boy wasn't ready to be in the NBA. He should still be in college. Okay, and everybody knows this. And so that's the reason why, bro, on that last clip that I said the white boy was saying, it started, it didn't just start then, but it took the lack of respect for LeBron James took a huge step up with that. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna say it, but people are like, man, come on, man. And then you got Daryl Morey a couple weeks ago coming out saying that, yeah, people around the league are saying that, that bubble championship isn't really a genuine championship. We all know this, bro. We all know this, bro. Like that championship, and just like he said, yeah, I was the general manager for the Houston Rockets at that time. If we would have won that championship, yeah, we would have celebrated it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, we would have celebrated it, but it still wasn't a legitimate championship for two factors, bro. There was no travel and there was no fans. Fans make a huge difference. Having to travel across the country and all that makes a huge difference. You ain't got to travel nowhere. Everybody playing in the same spot. You ain't got to get on no plane. You ain't got to get on no bus. You just walk right to the arena, and ain't no fans. So it's like you playing a pickup game. Like that's not, I'm so glad the Warriors didn't win that championship because now, you know what I mean? Because if they would have won that championship, you know what I'm saying? Then people would say this, oh, that ain't a real championship. So I'm glad we didn't. Nah, to be honest with you, Mr. Funkadelic, it's sponsored by Avis, not Budget. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the fact that me being in a rental car, I don't know what's that. I gotta pay for this. You understand me? being in a rental car is more expensive than having a car note. So, but anyway, you on that goopy shit.
See, step on top of them to get themselves higher is really sad. You know, you should first of all don't even compare eras because there's two different eras. Okay, but if you want to compare anything, compare the body of work. Forget eras, but the body of work. Same amount of games.
Budget and Avis is not the same company. They're up under the same umbrella. Listen to me, bro. I know this. I'm sitting in the Avis rental. They're not the same company. They're up under the same umbrella. The reason why I know this is because I can't rent from Budget. I'm on I'm unable to rent from Budget, but I can rent from Avis. So that's how I know they're not up under the same they're not the same company. Anyway.
Same travel, same stay in hotels, all that's the equal. What did you do in the time that you were here? What did you do? How many championships you won? Because Kevin Durant wants.
Hey, Sizzle, he goofy. He goofy. It's all good. Everybody welcome. Mr. Funkadelic, you're welcome here. It's all good, bro.
To be one of the great players. Right. He wants to be considered a go-to. Okay. And I love Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant is a phenomenal player. But you don't win any championships if it wasn't with Steph Curry.
Period.
See, you could always say, well, Golden State didn't win anything until I got there. That's not the case. Golden State won before you got there, and then they won afterwards. So you can't say you were the difference maker.
Thank you.
Steph Curry sacrificed his game when Kevin Durant was there to say, hey, do you, man.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So Kevin Durant, my whole thing with KD, I can talk.
I'm not even gonna be.
I can talk all the shit I want to about LeBron James. I respect Kevin Durant way less than LeBron James. Like Kevin Durant's rings, bro, are so hot. They're so hollow, bro. Like it's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. Like I have way more respect for LeBron James than I do Kevin Durant. And everybody know that's saying a lot. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant ass ain't do nothing. Boy, your ass didn't even make the damn play-in this year with Devin Booker on the team. Okay? You got swept last year in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves. You got swept in the first round with Brooklyn in 2022 by the Celtics. That same Celtics team ended up losing to the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. Yet they want to act like the two championships in 17 and 18 for the Warriors, they want to give all the credit to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't have to do nothing. And Stacy King is getting ready to say something that everybody knows. Dude, Steph Curry, who won the MVPs? Who won the finals MVPs? Steph Curry was only concerned with winning championships. He gladly said, listen, I already got a championship, but I want to win more. You don't have nothing. So you take the lead, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a step back, you know what I'm saying? Because all he was concerned about was winning. He wasn't concerned about, that's the true essence of a winner. He just want to win. He don't care who's getting the credit and all that old other shit. He just wants to win. Okay? So everybody knows this. And then on top of that, all you got to go do, I say this a lot. All you got to go do is go back and look at the numbers for when Kevin Durant was with the Golden State Warriors. All the numbers, all the stats, when it comes to winning percentages, when it comes to win-loss record, which is the same thing, winning percentage, when it comes to offensive efficiency, even defensive of efficiency, offensive numbers, everything. So when Kevin Durant was on the team with the Golden State Warriors, in the games where Kevin Durant didn't play, but Steph Curry did, everything stayed the same. Like nothing was. There wasn't a tell-off. But in the games where Steph Curry didn't play, but Kevin Durant did, there was a droppage. And all across all stats. Okay, they were still a good team, but they weren't as good of a team. Okay, not only that, Ty Lue, I say this a lot. Ty Lue, who was the coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers at the time, this is on record. You can go look this up. He said, for the Steph Curry, Kevin Durant led Warriors, when they played the Golden State Warriors, he said, our defense is geared towards stopping and blitzing Steph Curry. That's who we want to stop. Meaning, we're willing to leave the great Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers of all time, we're willing to leave him out on an island on the other side of the court one-on-one, because stopping Steph Curry is more effective for us to win the game. He's the player that we have to stop. Okay? So, to me, Steph Curry, he intentionally, purposefully, blatantly took a step back to allow Kevin Durant to shine, which he knew was going to help lead the team to championships. That's all he cared about. You feel me?
I'll just step back, hit open shots from him. He didn't care about that. He just wanted to win.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant's ego got so big.
He just said it. He just said it.
Game. Imagine being able
he just said it right there.
Name on it, just by thinking about it.
My bad.
Base 44, a complete AI creation plan.
When Kevin Durant was there, they said, "Hey, do you, man? You be the guy." I'm not Golden State won before you got there, and then they won afterwards. So you can't say you were the difference maker. Steph Curry sacrificed his game when Kevin Durant was there to say, "Hey, do you, man?
There you go.
You be the guy. I'm not even going to be. I'll just step back, hit open shots from him." He didn't care about that. He just wanted to win.
There you go.
Kevin Durant's ego got so big from the fact that everybody was saying, "Oh, you couldn't win unless you go to Golden State. You couldn't beat Golden State, so you had to join them." So his ego was so big, he leaves Golden State. And it wasn't just because of the Draymond Green situation. That was some of it. When Draymond Green snapped at him on the bench,
Yes,
there was some of it.
Facts, Sizzle.
The is, he wanted to show people he could get his own team like LeBron.
Create his own team with Kyrie.
Yes, and I can go win. And how'd that work out for you? You did it in Brooklyn, failed miserably. Went to Phoenix, failed. Didn't even make the playing game in Phoenix. So you're not.
Think about that. Think about that. Kevin Durant, you supposed to be the great Kevin Durant, the greatest scorer, and this and that, and blah, blah. Dog, the NBA essentially extended the playoffs and made it more teams for bum teams to be able to have a chance to make the playoffs, and you still didn't even make the top 10. Like, Kevin Durant is just, I mean, I'm not saying he's a great player. He's not a great player, this and that, but Kevin Durant, he doesn't make anybody better. At least LeBron James, I'll give him that. He makes players better, at least the role players. Star players are actually worse playing with LeBron James, but role players, he what's the word? He accentuates their game, and he makes role players better. You feel me? Yeah, man. Man. These bronsexuals in the chat, man. They be. You understand me? They is, what I mean? Cry me a motherfucking river. Oh, my bad. You understand me? Your boy ain't the GOAT. I know it hurts you. I know it hurts your heart. I know it hurts your heart that he ain't respected on the level of a Michael Jordan and a Kobe Bryant. You feel me? Sizzle said, "Nah, LeBron don't make nobody better either." That is, that motherfucker don't make nobody better, man. He don't make nobody better but his damn self. Boy on the team with your son, you can't even make your damn son better.
LeBron can still say he's on that level.
Well, he always changes, moves the target.
Yes,
you know.
the goalposts always move.
Yeah. One time it's about how many championships you won. Next time, rings don't matter.
Rings don't matter.
Yeah.
But I remember distinctly when you're going to Miami, was it not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, all the way to 8. Okay, listen,
all the way to 8.
You never be able to discredit, what Bill Russell did. Guys who have won more than
3 a.m. and you still here watching the nigga hate on LeBron James, trying to defend 3 a.m. and you defending him. That's sad. Okay. You bronzexuals, boy, y'all love y'all king. y'all love worshiping y'all king, man. Come on, man. Take your ass to sleep, boy. Tuck your ass in them motherfucking LeBron James covers like Shannon Sharp with the motherfucking LeBron James bed set with the pillow and the blankets and all that. Yes, that me.
one championship. You can never discredit that. To sit up here and just,
Y'all niggas go to bed listening to that song. LeBron James. LeBron. That's your motherfucking alarm clock to wake up in the morning. LeBron James.
Just try to tear down Michael Jordan's legacy, talking about, he left to go play baseball. Some guys went to go play baseball. See, if you knew your history, you know exactly why he left. That was a dream his father wanted.
Hey, so Scory LOL. Is Stacy King hating on LeBron James too? With what he's saying? I'm only playing what this man is saying. Okay? This is a former NBA player who won 2-3 championships with Michael Jordan. So is he hating? Is John Stockton hating off what he said? Ain't nobody hating. They just telling the truth, man. This boy is a bum.
That guy was mourning the death of his father. Okay? We were all part of that.
Yeah, this nigga Kevin Durant want to try to say, oh yeah, some people like to retire and go play baseball. Dude, for one, Michael Jordan had just completed a three-peat. The first three-peat that had happened in over 30 fucking years and shit. Okay? I think the last time it had happened was Bill Russell Celtics. And I keep saying that, and I'm not even sure if even if they actually three-peated. They won 11 championships. I'm not even sure if they three-peated though. Obviously they went back to back, but I was just assuming that you won 11 championships in 13 tries. At least a few of those 11 was a three-peat. I'm not even sure even if they three-peat though. I got to look it up. But I think they did. But if so, Michael Jordan had done something that hadn't been done in 30, 40 fucking years and shit. So my point in saying that is to say that he just three-peated, bro. Like, Magic didn't do that. Bird didn't do that. Isaiah Thomas didn't do that. A lot of great players in between Bill Russell and Michael Jordan didn't do that. And he did. So he felt at that time like, okay, I need a new challenge now. Not only that, his father had gotten murdered, dog. His father had gotten slain. Okay? And this is something that his father wanted him to do. It was always a dream for his father for him to play Major League Baseball. So if you put those two things together, that's the reason why everybody want to talk about, because of the gambling thing and David Stern and the NBA forced him to retire because of the gambling and because, it was illegal for players to gamble and all that shit or whatever. Bullshit. That's all conspiracy. That's not true. There's no proof in that. And if you just use your fucking brain and use your head, dude, Michael Jordan was the biggest fucking sports icon in all of sports. So you mean to tell me that David Stern, the NBA commissioner, is going to force Michael Jordan to retire and force him out of the league, which is going to be something that's going to hurt his brand? You guys really think that that's what happened? It had nothing to fucking do with that. That's fucking bullshit. Okay? It wasn't because of no gambling. Like, forcing Michael Jordan to retire, the biggest fucking star in the world. At that time, the two fucking biggest stars in the world was fucking Michael Jordan and Michael Jackson. Okay? He's not going to tell Michael Jordan, yeah, now you got to go away for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? So that we don't suspend you and all of the other shit. That don't even make fucking sense. Okay? Because the NBA is not going to be the same without Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose fans. You're going to lose that just will not be smart. So if you able to use your brain, and you know that's not what fucking happened. It had nothing to do with no damn gambling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do something that's going to hurt my brand. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to make my brand worser by telling the main attraction of my brand, you need to go away. That don't even make no fucking sense. You feel me? It makes no sense. Prince Sama, on my mama, nobody in the NBA top 50 or 75 put LeBron as the GOAT. Nobody. Facts.
Part of that. I remember where I was when I got the news. We were playing a celebrity softball game at Comiskey against Michael Bolton.
He talking about he remember where they was at when they got the news that Michael Jordan's dad had got killed.
The team was for charity, and Mr. Jordan didn't show up, which was unheard of. And I remember flying off to Hawaii to go to Pete Noon's big man's camp, and I'm looking at the news, and I saw that he was murdered, and that's the reason why I didn't show up. Michael was devastated. Everybody was devastated. And
Shaq never called LeBron the GOAT, and if he did, he was just playing.
And him and his dad were super close, you know. And so to sit up there and say the guy left to go play baseball, but you failed to mention the guy left as the greatest player before he left. Nobody was beating him when he was here. Right. He went away for almost 2 years and came back and took everything back that someone else took, and y'all didn't win again. So you didn't say that, but they just, well, he went to go play this. He didn't play 20 years. Come on, bro. If he played 20 years, Kareem's record would have been broken by now.
Steph Curry has never, ever in his life called LeBron James the GOAT. Do not lie on my favorite player like that. Steph Curry has never called LeBron James the GOAT. Ever.
You see, Stacy King started his comment about this whole situation perfectly. Great players.
He's clearly lying.
To tell people that they're great. The fans say that. Radio shows and TV shows debate it and all that stuff. So great players don't have to brag that they're great, and they don't have to elevate themselves by shitting other players, NBA legends, and all that other stuff.
This is the part of the reason why he gets so much. Like, you on that little podcast shitting on Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and shitting on the greats, bro, to try to uplift yourself and change and rewrite history. Don't nobody respect that, bro. Michael Jordan laid down, if not for Michael Jordan, bro, like, Michael Jordan made the NBA so fucking popular, bro, around the world. Like, LeBron James and Kevin Durant are benefiting from what Michael Jordan did. Like, they're benefiting from the groundwork that Michael Jordan laid down before them. And you got the nerve to open your mouth up and try to slander Michael Jordan? I got no respect. No respect for these dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got no respect for these dudes. And that Scory LOL said, we don't care what you're talking about. And most bronze sexuals are like that. You take after your king. You take after your God. He don't care about nobody else but himself either. Okay? So he don't give a fuck about nobody else but himself, his legacy, and what people say about him. So it's apropos. I understand that you bronze sexuals don't care about the truth. You only care about hoisting up your God, you know what I'm saying, to the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? That's all y'all care about. Y'all don't give a fuck about nothing else. So I already know that.
So
okay.
That's exactly what LeBron James and Kevin Durant did in that podcast.
Amazon is overcharging you, but I can show you.
Okay, so that's that one. I think it's one more that I want to play, and then I'm gonna be done with this. Let's see. Let's find this here. Or maybe it's because or maybe one or two more. There's another aspect to this too. LeBron James and his MJ stats are padded. You don't know what the hell you talking about. You don't know what the hell you talking about, bro. When you say Michael Jordan stats are padded, dude, Michael Jordan did all of that shit that he did in 13 years. Take the two Wizards years out. The 6 MVPs, the 6 championships, the defensive player of the year, the highest scoring average in playoff history, the highest scoring average in finals history, all that shit. He did all of that in 13 years. And if you want to break it down even more, you can actually say he did it in 11 years. Because one of those 13 years was his sophomore year, his second year in the league, when he broke his foot and he was out the majority of the season. He missed damn near the whole regular season. So you can kind of omit that season. And then another one of those 13 years is the year when he came back from retirement the first time, and he came back with 17 games to go in the regular season. Okay? So essentially, Michael Jordan did everything that he did in 11 seasons, bro. 11 seasons. So how can you say he's stat padding? You don't make no sense. Okay? You bronzexuals, boy, just give it up. Your boy is not the GOAT. Just give it up, bro. This boy is going on year 23. Okay? Even Steph Curry got as many rings as him in less time and beat him 3 times to get 3 of the 4 that he got. So y'all need to stop it, man. Y'all need to stop this shit. It's getting utterly out of hand and ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? We know y'all love y'all king. Y'all love to worship the throne that he sits on. Okay? But you got to stop this, man. All right. Let's see here. Where's it at? NBA Cinema. So another thing that I want to say about this, okay, is that LeBron James, okay, a big part of this, of his insecurity and all that, if you just, you know, whether you want to go this deep into it, you know what I mean, into the mental and the therapy of it, no father in his life. Like, it's a lot of female tendencies with this crowning himself and needing to be worshipped. Like that's what a bitch do. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Michael Jordan, he had his father in his life. If you look at Kobe Bryant, he had his father in his life. Okay? Them is killers. LeBron James is more like he didn't have no father in his life. So a lot of his tendencies and his emotions about this shit is kind of feminine. Okay? Oh, y'all don't want to say I'm the GOAT? Well, I'm gonna be passive aggressive. I'm gonna go over here and practice at the Clippers facility. See what y'all like about that. It's a lot of bitch ass shit going on. You feel me? So Savannah James said, how is not having his dad his fault? You don't get it. You so into your bronze sexuality, you're not getting what I'm saying. Okay. The fact that he didn't have he didn't have a father, he's showing and he's putting on display and exhibiting a lot of female tendencies when someone don't bow to him and worship him. Okay. Once Kobe Bryant was done playing, we can go back and many times they asked him, how do you feel about the good? He's like, bro, I'm good, bro. I don't care. He's like, I'm good. I do not care. Wherever people rank me at, that's on them. I'm completely, totally satisfied, and I got everything out of my career. So I'm good. I won 5 championships. There's nothing more I can do. You know what I'm saying? I've done everything that I can do. So Michael Jordan, when they asked him about the GOAT, Michael Jordan has never called himself the GOAT, never crowned himself. He's always have said there is no GOAT. We all played in different eras, and you can't compare eras. And he always has said that to him, it would be disrespectful to him for him to call himself the GOAT in order because he didn't get a chance to play against Bill Russell or certain players that came before him or certain players that came after him. That's all man shit. That's being secure in yourself. That's man shit. LeBron is on some female shit. Oh, you don't want to call me the GOAT? I'm going to go over here and be on the Clippers and practice at the show to the Clippers facility. All this passive aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? That's bitch shit. That's what I'm saying. So I understand you don't like that, Savannah. You understand me? But it's just nothing but facts. So, and I'm only saying that I agree with it. I'm only saying that because I heard somebody else say that and it made sense to me. Okay. And I heard that right here on this on this channel right here, NBA Cinema.
It takes 90 seconds for this NASA engineered AC cool down your room. It's smaller.
So I'm gonna play 2 more clips.
Cools any room in 90 seconds.
And then I'm gonna be done with this shit.
And KD and Steve Nash did their little.
Your greatness, if you truly that great. Well, Jordan. Okay, some would argue that he hasn't reached Kobe's level yet. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's fair. You know. Sometimes.
Savannah James, for your information, since you want to bring that up, because that's my field right there. That's what I'm in the music field. I actually sided with Drake in the battle. I fuck with Kendrick as well. Okay. And I know that Kendrick won the battle, but I was actually team Drake. So wrong again. Wrong again. I'm on Drake's side. So you're wrong again.
The recency bias, which LeBron has done a lot of great things, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to campaign for your greatness if you truly that great.
Period.
You know, the people.
Now why is everyone saying that? Because it's true. Just like he said, you should not have to campaign for your greatness if you're truly that great. Others will say it for you, just like they're saying about Kobe Bryant, just like they're saying about Michael Jordan.
Will say it, and that's what Stacy King was echoing. I'm gonna play a clip of what he had to say in regards to him, Kevin Durant, and that whole podcast debacle, trying to diss MJ.
LeBron.
We already heard
he
that.
failed to mention the same amount of games.
I already heard that. So
man, you be the guy. I'm Brooklyn failed miserably. Jordan's legacy.
I want to get to this one part,
which was unheard of. But they just well, he went.
Only cares to the extent that someone tries to disrespect people's former teammates.
Okay.
I think it's interesting. You know, Michael Jordan is going to be coming back to media. And
listen, I don't want to get too much off track. Okay. But listen, I love Drake. Okay. And YMCMB, okay, I have 2 songs with a YMCMB artist. His name is Flo, Flame Gang Flo. He's from New Orleans. He's on 2 of Lil Wayne's mixtapes. Okay, So I actually have some allegiance to that camp. Okay. But if we're like, as me saying that, dude, Kendrick won the battle. Okay. The reason why he won the battle is because I think Drake is still the bigger artist. Okay. Drake is still the bigger artist, but I believe Drake underestimated Kendrick somewhat. Okay. And where Kendrick won is not necessarily in the songs. Yeah, the songs was dope too. They both had dope songs. But to me, I feel like Family Matters was the best song out of the whole battle. Okay. But where Kendrick won is that when Drake dropped Family Matters, 30 minutes later, Kendrick dropped the diss. Okay. So he cut off the momentum that Drake would have had with Family Matters. Then after that, the next day, he dropped the bomb, Not Like Us. And that just ended it right there. So he out-strategized Drake. That's why he won. Not necessarily in songs, but he out-strategized Drake because Drake took it for granted a little bit. Okay? So that's the reason why, you know, and I'm saying this as Team Drake, my nigga. I call it how I see it, though. I'm not just a fanboy that just say shit just to, you know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick won the battle, bro. Like, he just did.
He has, you know, kind of people's former teammates, former players that played against him. And here's the thing. I think Michael Jordan only cares to the extent that someone tries to disrespect his legacy. Because Michael has always been.
Now watch this. Watch what Jordan say right here.
That's more for PR. That's more for PR. That's more for PR. To me, I think that say who's the greatest.
You can't compare eras.
First of all, you're never going to say who's the greatest of all time. To me, I think that's more for PR and more for selling stories and getting hype. I never played against Will Chamberlain. I never played against, you know, Jerry West. To now say that, you know, one's greater than the other is being a little bit, you know, unfair. You know, I won 6 championships. Bill Russell won 11. Does that make Bill Russell better than me and make me better than him? No, because we play at different eras. So when you try to equate who's the greatest of all time, it's an unfair parallel. It's an unfair choice.
Jordan talks about it, bro, makes him the GOAT. Like, just in the way that he talks about it. So mature, so professional, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not patting himself on the back, giving others their just due and their props, not trying to stand on the shoulders and stand on the backs of someone else to prop himself up. Like, it just, that in itself makes him the GOAT.
Here's the thing. Just try to dominate your era and say you're the best player in your era.
Yeah, Savannah James, I understand you bronsexuals don't understand that. You don't understand real man talk. You understand me?
Era.
So you wouldn't get it.
Michael Jordan, hands downedly, I don't even think the biggest LeBron guzzler in the world would say.
Yeah, like you, Savannah, you are a literal LeBron guzzler.
During the time where Michael Jordan set foot on an NBA court, especially after you could have made some debates year one and his second year when he got hurt. After those 2 years, I feel like it was very clear. There was no more guessing. You know, you could argue he was the best the moment he hit the NBA court. But after those 2 years, it was undeniable globally. It was like, oh man, oh boy, this don't look like nothing we had before. It looked like a little piece of this, a little piece.
Everybody in the chat, give your boy a like one time.
Not all in one bunch like this. And the game grew so much globally to where the players are now able to be
compensated
at the level that they're on. Now,
Exactly. The game grew so much globally through Michael Jordan that these players nowadays are benefiting from that. And you got the nerve to want to open your mouth up and disrespect the great Michael Jordan. Boy, please.
Rarely hear even NFL players do it unless someone starts, antagonizing them or talking trash. Like if an old head purposely points out something about them, then yeah, the players today, they can get defensive and sometimes.
Dim Lord said, no college, no go.
Very rarely have I seen just unprovoked just to try to make myself look like the greatest.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what LeBron James is doing. Just unprovoked. Nobody talking shit about him. None of these great. He just come out just unprovoked, just slandering greats that came before him that are better than him.
Heard someone something about him, then yeah, the players today, they can get defensive and sometimes rightfully so. But very rarely have I seen just unprovoked just to try to make myself look like the greatest. I've heard someone say,
Savannah James, wrong again. What you got to understand is when Michael Jordan was coming out, players weren't coming out of high school at that time. That wasn't the thing to do. Kevin Garnett made that popular. Kevin Garnett is the one that brought it back to players coming out of high school because nobody had did that since, if I'm not mistaken, Chocolate Thunder, Daryl Dawkins. Okay, and it had been 20 years since anybody had came straight out of high school. That wasn't the thing. It was the thing to go to college. So you know what the fuck you talking about, Savannah? Okay. So at that time, nobody was coming out of. Michael Jordan was definitely good enough to come out of high school, but that wasn't the thing at that time. That wasn't what players were doing. Once Kevin Garnett came out of high school in 1995, that's what started the trend. So LeBron James needs to thank Kevin Garnett. Okay.
From this era.
Talking about no ball knowledge, boy. I just gave you some knowledge right there, boy.
Like a wide receiver. You're probably never going to hear a great wide receiver say, oh, Jerry West. I'm gonna be honest with you, as great as he is, that's part of his legacy too. He's going to be remembered for crying for attention.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This is not to get too deep in it. I think something about that has to do with having a father.
Bingo.
Early on in life.
Bingo.
Listen, nobody's talking about it, but I feel like the lack of, he's accomplished so much and he's one of the best philanthropists. So giving him all props in what he's done, I think where, you can be flawed as a person though. And I think he has a level of insecurity with not being seen
bingo
as the greatest player of all time outside of his, core pro LeBron group. And
LeBron sexuals.
It's subjective.
And just like he said, that has a lot to do with not having a father. Like I just said that. Okay? Let's play it again for those in the back that didn't hear it.
Having a father early on in life, didn't have to deal with social media. Like LeBron James, I'm gonna be honest with you, as great as he is, that's part of his legacy too. He's going to be remembered for crying for attention. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest. This is not to get too deep in it. I think something about that has to do with having a father early on in life. Listen, nobody's talking about it, but I feel like the lack of, he's accomplished so much and he's one of the best philanthropists.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back, Savannah. Let me go back in the chat. Let's go back in the chat. Let's go back in the chat. Savannah James, right here. You said, how is not having a dad his fault? You were saying that off of what I said about him not having a father. So what are you talking about? I didn't say that. You're an idiot, Savannah. With all due respect, woman.
So giving him all props in what he's done. I think where, you can be flawed as a person, though. And I think he has a level of insecurity with not being seen as...
Boy, you forgetful than the motherfucker too, huh?
The greatest player of all time outside of his, core pro LeBron group. That's fine. It's subjective. They never played in the same era. So you could say, oh, he would have dogged Jordan because he was 280 pounds and he could jump out the gym and he was this. Yeah, but that ticker has looked weak in moments.
He wouldn't have dogged Jordan at all. And his size don't mean nothing. How the hell he would have dogged Jordan because of size when he couldn't even dog JJ Barea, who's a whole human being smaller than him, a foot, 2 feet taller than him, shorter than him, and 100 pounds lighter. But you gonna dog Jordan? Fuck out of here. So no, he wouldn't have dogged Jordan. He wouldn't have dogged Jordan at all. Man, Michael Jordan would have crushed LeBron James mentally. If you let JJ Barea, Jason Terry, and Deshaun Stevenson take your heart and you know what I'm saying, and the light was too bright for you against them, what do you think Michael Jordan would have done? That was Michael Jordan's whole thing, to get in your head, and like you let them niggas get in your head. And JJ Barea got in your damn head. So Michael Jordan would have fucking just crushed that nigga mentally. It would have been, the game would have been over before it even fucking started. Okay. One last clip I'm gonna play. Okay. The great Kobe Bryant. The great Kobe Bean Bryant has some shit to say as well. You bronsexuals is man. Like I said. Exactly, Sizzle. Exactly. What happened in the 2011? Hey, they ain't got no answer for that. They ain't got no answer for 8 points in the finals game. This boy scored single digits in the finals game. Dwayne Wade was on his ass. Like, boy, what the fuck is your ass doing out here, man? And then after the finals, when he lost, oh yeah, you know, y'all can say whatever y'all want, but y'all gonna go back to y'all horrible lives, and I'm gonna go back to being rich and this and that. You know a motherfucker hurt when you know a motherfucker hurt when they have a bad moment, a failing moment, and the first thing they do is start talking about their money. You know you lost. You know your ass is hurt, nigga. You feel me? Yeah, I got more money than y'all, though. We don't give a damn about that. Your ass lost, boy. Shut your ass up. Fuck about how much money you got. So let me get to this last clip right here, man. My boy Kobe Bean on that ass, man. Okay. And now this is going back to Oh Boy, the Basketball Show. This is something that I had never seen, and he said he never seen it too. So let me play this. This is Kobe Bryant calling out essentially LeBron James and Kevin Durant by name for bouncing around the league like a prostitute chasing championships. Okay. And he did it in a not a disrespectful way. Nonetheless, he still did it.
This is a part with Jordan.
I'm gonna just get to it. I ain't gonna
check it out.
Jeannie is so sweet. She saw me work so hard for so many years, and the last few years, her and Rob, who was at the time my agent, called me and said, "Listen, we are so sorry for what happened to this team."
LeBron James don't know you, Savannah, at all. He don't know nothing about you, and you ain't never kicked it with him at all. And we don't give a damn if he's a trillionaire. Your ass ain't better than Michael Jordan. You ain't even got more money than Michael Jordan. We're talking about he a billionaire. Nigga, Michael Jordan is a billionaire too, so he got 3, not just 1. So you ain't better than Michael Jordan in no type of motherfucking way. And in no shape, form, or fashion are you better than Michael Jordan. Okay? Don't nobody wear them little lame ass orthopedic shoes. Jordan beating your ass in shoes, money, status, aura, rings, MVPs, everything. Your ass a bum, boy.
We're sorry that we don't have, seriously, it's like we're sorry we don't have a team around you that can contend for a championship. I mean, so we can make a few calls and get you on a contending team. If that's something, because we just feel horrible about seeing you going out there and struggle. Remember this? And I sat there and I listened. I said, we've known each other for a very long time. Now I'm questioning myself because I'm wondering what about me makes you think I would jump ship? We don't do that.
At all.
I don't go anywhere. Like, this is home to me. We work through this stuff together. And like, as a leader, you gotta be able to take the good with the bad, man. You can't.
Sizzle said, I ain't gonna lie, I got it. Hey, at least you kept it real, Sizzle, though. You feel me? I know one or two people got him. I'm just saying, we all know that's still, that's still point proven. You know what I'm saying? Jordan, the Jordan shoe is an iconic shoe, and LeBron James will never be able to compete with that. You understand me?
Yeah, just because the ship's sinking all of a sudden.
I ain't mad at you, though.
Jump off and swim to another ship like that. You don't do that, right? If you can win championships in front of everybody, then you can miss the playoffs in front of everybody. You gotta be able to take both sides of it.
Exactly. And that's why Kobe Bryant is Kobe Bryant. He's basically saying, I'm not jumping ship just because at the end of my career, we don't have the team to contend for a championship. Nah, I'm good. I'm going to stay right here. You know what I'm saying? I was good enough to be here to win 5 championships. So I'm going to be good enough to be here. You understand me? When the team is not as good, I'm not finna just jump ship. I don't have to chase rings. Why do I need to do that? I already won 5. You see what I'm saying? Dim Lord, facts. MJ won in college as well. MJ won on every level. Not only that, even if LeBron James only got 1 million, he ain't got 2 billion. And even if he got 2 billion, 2 is less than 3, motherfucker. So you still lose. But anyway, Michael Jordan, in all championship rounds, he's undefeated. He's undefeated. He's never lost in a championship round, whether college or when he's made it to the championship round, whether college, pros, or Olympics. He has never lost. LeBron James has lost on every level, pros and Olympics. If he would have went to college, he would have lost there too. That boy is a loser. Kobe Bryant said, I'm not jumping ship.
Or sign with Golden State.
Or sign with Golden State. That's a shot at KD. Now watch what he say.
But they weren't losing.
It's the opposite view.
Might have been easier for you to leave, and you didn't, and that.
Yeah. If you're doing something that's so easy, man, you might want to reconsider what you're doing.
See, that's the thing. See, when you can't win on the court, now you got to go to, he has a better life and all this other shit. For one, says who? He ain't got no motherfucking man. LeBron James is fucking miserable. He wake up every day crying the fact that he know motherfuckers don't respect him as the GOAT. That's why he got to talk about it all the damn time.
Yeah, Durant's been a friend of mine for a very, very long time. Yeah. If you're doing something that's so easy, man, you might want to reconsider what you're doing.
Look what he said. If you're doing something that's so easy, you might want to consider what you're doing. He's saying that because Durant talking about, he identified going to Golden State. It would be so easy for him. The game would be so easy for him. Kobe's like, we don't want it to be easy. And Kobe has some of the hardest. Kobe has some of the most difficult championships that any lead dog has won in NBA history. Okay, he consistently had to go through 50 and 60 win teams and all that. Okay.
Durant's been a friend of mine for a very, very long time. Yeah, I mean, he's been a friend of mine for a long time. So is LeBron and all those guys. Would I make the same decision? No. But that's their decision. That's their choice. I would have stayed, but it is what it is.
Yeah, people have to do what's right for them. You know, I mean, it's not a judgment. It's just a fact. So it is. It is.
Facts.
It is what it is.
So you've watched these comments.
Facts. Okay. Kobe just kept it so real, and he was respectful about it. He said, listen, KD's been a friend of mine for a long time. LeBron, I fuck with LeBron too, but would I have done that? No, I wouldn't have done it, but that's the decision that they made. It is what it is. But he's basically saying, I wouldn't have did that shit. I would have stayed right where the fuck I was at and figured out how to get it done right there. I wouldn't have jumped ship and went to go team up with a whole bunch of other niggas and try to stack the deck and try to basically cheat my way to a motherfucking championship. Nah, I wouldn't have did that. The last thing I want to say is this, right? LeBron James bitch ass. Now, because his career is getting ready to come to an end, right? LeBron James wants to be an owner, okay? He wants to own a team, right? But as a player, he's done so much fuck shit that, see, in order to be an owner, the ownership group has to let you in, has to vote you in. You can't just be the owner of a professional sports team, NFL, NBA, just because you got a lot of money. The owner, all the rest of the owners have to vote you in. LeBron James has done a lot of fuck shit to go against the league, you know what I mean, and ownership or whatever, right? So they ain't gonna let this motherfucker in. So the fact that he knows that they not gonna let him in like that because he's so fucking egotistical and it's all about him. Now he got this idea, him and Maverick Carter. Now they want to try to start a fucking their own basketball league overseas and all that shit, and offer to compete against the NBA. You're not going to compete. You're not going to successfully compete against the NBA with no league, okay? And to me, it's extremely disrespectful. See, they let Michael Jordan in because Jordan knew how to play the game. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't do anything to go against the powers that be. Okay. But LeBron, all that shit that he done throughout his career is coming back to bite him. They're not going to let him in. Okay. So now he to me, it's disrespectful. Okay. The NBA has provided you with the life and the lifestyle that you have. And you so full of your fucking self that now, because they don't want to let you in, now you want to try to create a league that's going to compete against the NBA. That's extremely disrespectful. Like when the NBA is the league, like I said, that without the NBA, you're not who you are. We don't even know you. So now you wanna, they done did all this shit. They done cheated for you. Let you collude, you know what I'm saying? They suspended Draymond in 2016, made all these rule changes and all that shit for you. And now you want to just throw your nose up at them and y'all don't want to let me in? Fuck y'all in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's disrespectful. It's absolutely disrespectful. Okay? That fucking league ain't gonna be more successful than the NBA. Man, that shit don't motherfucking crumble. I'm hoping and wishing that it motherfucking crumble. A waste of motherfucking time. I can understand Ice Cube doing something like that with the big three, because he's not a part of the NBA family. You know what I mean? He's a businessman. So he's just doing something as a businessman. Not saying LeBron James ain't a businessman, but you're trying to create a business that's going to compete against the very league that gave you the opportunity to be able to compete against them. Without the NBA, you don't even have the money to be able to try to compete against the NBA. And you want to try to compete against them? So yeah, that's just something that I wanted to speak on. I wanted to kind of do a episode on that, but I don't have enough information on that to do a full podcast episode on it. So I just wanted to speak on that, you know what I'm saying, right then and there like that. But Savannah James, go suck LeBron James's cock right now. That's what you go do. Everybody else, shout out to everybody for tapping in. Sizzle, you know what I mean? All my usuals that came and tapped in tonight. Salute to y'all. Savannah James, it's all good. You always welcome. Don't nobody get blocked. Don't nobody get, you know what I mean? Everybody always welcome. So it's all good. It's still fun. We having fun with it, so it's all good. But shout out to all y'all. I'm finna log off this motherfucker. It's 4:27 in the morning. I gotta get some sleep. You feel me? And but yeah, shout out to everybody that tapped in. Love y'all. Snax on Sports. I'll be back with another one. It's football season, so I'm finna get off these. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna get off these basketball NBA topics, because I'm gonna always talk about it. But we in the football season now, so I'm finna incorporate much more NFL topics. You know what I'm saying? Until the NBA come back in a few months. So I'm gone. Snax on Sports. I'm gone. I'll be back with another one.